initially what I did is I watched a lot of John Wayne interviews, and then I watched a lot of movies, and then I read a lot of books. And that's pretty much the only way I could, to think to prepare to play such an iconic character as John Wayne. I mean, he's certainly larger than life. What little I knew about the story had always fascinated me. It was an interesting time period. It was a time of great change, not only in the world but in America. It dealt with old Hollywood, which, of course, being an actor was fascinating to me. And I read the script, and the script was terrific. Jay is awesome, man. He's just really easy to. He's a great actor's director. Certainly in my book, he's a really easy man to work with. He's generous and kind and easy to be around. The thing that I really appreciated about the script is it's a topic that it's easy to get black and white about, and and it's dealing with a very touchy subject, which is politics, and it's one of those things that you don't talk politics, you don't talk religion, right? Very private issues for everyone, and it doesn't try to black and white anybody. John Wayne is head of the Motion Picture Alliance for the Preservation of American Ideals. He's the president. And they are trying to ferret out communist sympathizers, Communist Party members in Hollywood who are using their position to try to influence. And because of the Red Scare, he feels what he's doing is he's trying to get these people to come forward, admit that they're communists, and recant their ideals, I guess, and admit and clear away the wreckage of their past and go forward. John Wayne never served in World War II. He didn't serve in the military, and I think he carried with him a great deal of guilt for that. And when he saw an opportunity to serve his country, because he really believed in his heart that he was doing what was best for America. He certainly believed in the American dream, and he believed in, life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, and felt that communism was a great threat to that. And so John was, he believed and felt he was doing the right thing. He was not out to destroy innocent people, but he felt that there was an injustice being done to America, and so he acted. And he acted probably largely as vociferously as he did because he felt that he had let his country down earlier. It's really about the fear of fearing things you don't understand, and I think in that sense it's very relevant today. It's probably really will always be relevant because it's human nature. I hope the audience walks away with a little history lesson and then a little eye-opening sense of, maybe you need to take a few steps further to understand something, and it might not be as scary as we think. I'm an enormous John Wayne fan. I've seen, gosh, I don't know, 30 plus movies. And read so far 4 books. I'm in the middle of a 5th book about John and his life, and have an enormous respect for the guy. And he was a great person, and but he was a human being. He had his weaknesses and his strengths, and but by and large he was a good soul, and he tried to do the right thing. They had a list of guys that they already knew. They already knew. Some people named names because careers were being destroyed. But these 10 people said, it's absurd, there's no point. You already got the names. Why do you need me to say these names? And they refused to do it, and they served time in prison as a result. I think Dalton Trumbo spent 11 months in prison. Some guys as long as 13 months, and many of them, their lives were destroyed, or their careers certainly.